Hey guys, welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with your host Jason Hook. I'm sorry about my lack of video in a little bit. I had some plumbing issues last week and I had to go to a conference, a union conference, because I'm a union guy. So I tried to get a video and I did get it in, but I'm here now. So what we're listening to is Social Circle City Shock. This came out in 2009 on No Way Records. The singer of this band, Christian, I believe that's him right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. I think I've seen him wear that. He's a good friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for a very long time. He actually, you guys, I always talk about that Bones Brigade record I put out. The new covers I made, it was him that did those for me. But I've been friends with him long time. South Shore kids, forever. Weymouth. But anyways, here's the insert. It's got all flyers from the shows. This band played out a lot. Like I said, this is from 2009, and they have a couple 7-inches, some tapes. I think it was a self-release 7-inch. I want to say they broke up probably 2013. I could be wrong on them. But a bunch of dudes from this band went on to be in other bands before, during, and after this band. I'll leave that to you to look up and find out, because I'm only going to tell you about Social Circle. So, but here's the insert. It's got the lyrics, flyers, and the cover again. Social Circle City Shock. Cool thing. Definitely check it out if you like what you hear. As usual, I'll post a link down here for so you guys can hear it. And I think you can still find it easily. So let's get into the records. So a few weeks ago, I made a order from Grave Mistake, which again I know I've mentioned on my show before. I'll leave a link for them. Check them out. If you guys are into newer punk and hardcore, newer releases, I cannot recommend them enough. Do fast shipping. They get a lot of cool stuff in. They get some international stuff in, so you're not paying crazy shipping on international orders. So check out Great Mistake. But so the first thing I want to show you is this band, Sick Thoughts. Songs about people you hate. This is a one-man band out of New Orleans. This record came out last year. It's black vinyl, so this label's pretty simple. Yeah, it's a one-man band out of New Orleans. It's on Neck Chop Records. I listened to a song on the Grave Mistake site. This LP was cheap. It's 11 songs. I think it was $13. If you were into like that fuzzy garage sound that kind of came back around with like Jay Reatard or No Bunny or stuff of that nature, you guys will dig this because it's right up there. Super fuzzed out, not horribly recorded, but not super recorded. You know, no Pro Tools here. You know, but it comes with a poster. That's the cover. I guess he must play live with a backing band. I've never seen him. I don't know if he's toured. I should have done more research. There's a photo of him. Pretty sure he's not wearing pants, but it's blurry. Our fearless leader. But yeah, he does everything on this. Every instrument on here is him. All songs by him. All instruments by Drew Owen. Recorded in August 2016. And then just a little quick thank you. New Orleans friends. New Orleans friends and Dan. All songs copyright him. So but as I said earlier, if you dig like that garagey punk sound, I want to say it was like the mid-2000s kind of made a big comeback wave. I would say you guys definitely should check this out. This should be right up your alley. He's got one other LP out. It doesn't want to fit. He's got one other LP out and 16 EPs and splits. So it sounds like he must record stuff and then just get it pressed. Friends must have friends that want to do splits. He's willing to do splits, but his Discog thing's really long, and I think he's only been around for a few years. But again, that's Sick Thoughts. Songs about people you hate, and it's on Neck Chop Records. So that's that. Again, from Grave Mistake from the Distro. Next, I have a record I was looking for and I couldn't find. It came out this year. I don't know if I got distroed that well, and then got a lot of distros, like online places sold out, but I finally got the new Career Suicide Machine Response is the name of the record. These guys are out of Toronto, Canada. In the early 2000s, they put out an EP called the SARS EP. If you guys remember SARS, that flu outbreak type thing. And it's snotty vocals to snotty punk, super fast blitzed into it with hooks mixed into it. It's really great stuff. And they put out an LP. They have a split LP, a couple 7-inches. They put out a self-release 7-inch right around the time this came out, which I don't have. I've never actually seen one. I'll get it one day, going through the channels. But so they put out a new set. So this just came out this past year. I want to say it's probably the middle of the summer, maybe July. I could be wrong. They have 2 CDs out too. That's basically every recording from 2000 to 2004. That's really awesome. And they did a split with a band called Jed Whitey, which is honestly some of my favorite stuff they ever did. If you guys ever get a chance to grab that. And it's on Deranged, which is out of Toronto. And again, that's one of the reasons why I love Grave Mistake, the distro, because he gets a lot of stuff from Deranged. And there's a little bit of an up price, but I know I don't have to pay $20 to ship it there and $15 for $35 for one record because of shipping. Drunk cop. We used to yell this song at him because I think we were trying to annoy Christian and he'd get mad. But it's a great song. but again, that's Career Suicide Machine Response. Next I have this next record is by this band out of Pittsburgh called No Time. It's on 6 Feet Under Records. These guys, if you're into like Oi or UK82 and American hardcore like me, all on a blender, you need this. It's really, really good. It's great. It's actually great. Download card. Just got the black vinyl, regular labels. Very simple. It's just You'll Get Yours, the name of the record. It's A and B. Yeah, I kind of slept on this band, and I'm really bummed I did because this is a fucking great record. It came out last year. No Time. Lyric sheet. But it definitely, it's like if Minor Threat and Blitz had a baby. This is what it would sound like. I mean, that's the best description I can come up with. I don't know if some people might think it's not accurate, but it is. I also bought an EP from them. I'll throw in a minute. But that's No Time, You'll Get Yours, a band out of Pittsburgh. There's members of Blood Pressure, SLIP, and Concealed Blade in this. So I know a few years ago, the American hardcore Oi kind of mix started coming out, and some really good bands came out, and this is definitely one of them. I cannot recommend this enough. If any record I showed tonight, if you just want to try one, and you like the bands I've mentioned or the sound, No Time, man, guaranteed you'll like this record. But that's No Time, You'll Get Yours on 6 Feet Under, which is a great label too, out of the U.S. Take a sip here. All right. Next, I got a repress that I just picked up. It's the Agnostic Front Victim in Pain repress that Bridge 9 did like 4 years ago. And so it comes with a gatefold cover. So if you guys don't know Agnostic Front, and I don't know why you wouldn't, this came out in 1984 on Rat Cage Records. It had a different cover. The original cover is actually on the sleeve for the record, which is this, which caught them a lot of flack because I believe it's from a concentration camp. It's a Nazi soldier about to shoot a Jewish person into a mass grave. So there's someone hanging on over here. But the thing about this record is, if you guys know Agnostic Front, they're out of New York. The singer's Cuban. They have a million songs about unity on this record and in the future. I think the cover was chosen just to kind of be like shocking, or just let people know, like, you guys got to realize that this kind of stuff did happen. Records are, I'll flip it in a minute. That this kind of stuff did happen. So there's been several different covers for this. There's an all black one that says like Agnostic Front, Victor in Pain, I believe, just in white. They did this one for the repress a few years ago. It's embossed. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's sticking out. I think I got this on weird vinyl too. I think it's Smoke. But I mean, this this isn't like one of those represses they try to hawk as an original. I mean, it's got the Bridge 9 logo on it. Clearly, the original was not on Bridge 9. It sounds great. I believe they remastered it a little bit, tuned it up a little bit. Not too much. Not super redone, but kind of cleaned it up. I have another Agnostic Front related item, which I'll show at the end of the video. Doing good on time here, so I'll show it at the end of the video. But I was up at the Bridge 9 headquarters this past weekend because, as you guys know, I'm in a union. I always talk about it. I think I've mentioned it roughly 4 million times, and you're probably all sick of hearing it. But we have a big conference every year that's in the Massachusetts area. And one of the guys in the conference buys some stuff from Sully's Tees, which is owned by the owner of Bridge 9. If you're local, you guys know what Sully's Tees is. They do the Yankees suck shirt and believe in Boston and all that stuff. But every year he heads over to the warehouse, or the office, which is near where our conference was up in Danvers, Massachusetts. If this makes any sense to anyone, it's in a town called Peabody, not Peabody, Peabody. But so I went with them to get the shirts and grab this out of their stacks. I've been meaning to get one. I had a chance to buy a Rat Cage one but I was away when it went up. And my buddy's store, Mars Records, located in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And he was like texting me photos of it and stuff, but I was away. I didn't have any money, so someone else got it. So one day I'll get an original press of this. I believe I might have one with a black cover somewhere here. I couldn't find it. I was going to try to pull it, but I'm just showing you stuff I just recently grabbed. So this is the Agnostic Front Victim in Pain repress that the glare is going to kill on Bridge 9. He had a ton still there, so if you guys want to check it out, check it out. But I'm going to flip the record, so I'll be back in 1 second. Let me just pause this. I'm back. So, got this from that weird website. It was like $6. Print's kind of cheap, but it's cool. It fits my fat gut, so. They live reference for those who don't know. You should know. Next, I have a record that's going to be completely out of the ordinary if I think anything that I've ever shown on this channel. It just came out this past year, and that's the Courtney Barnett, Kurt Vile. It's an interesting record because there's a couple covers on here. There's some new songs. I think Kurt does some songs Courtney wrote. Courtney does some songs that Kurt wrote. There's reimaginings of songs by each of them that they kind of cover, but they like change stuff on it. And for you guys that don't know, Courtney is from Australia. She's like I don't want to say indie because it sounds like indie, like I'm being a jerk. But it's like indie rock singer-songwriter type stuff. And in full disclosure to you guys, my brother's her tour manager, so. But I do dig this stuff a lot. It's singer-songwriter, kind of like independent stuff, independent rock. Courtney was actually nominated for a Grammy and lost to the All About the Bass girl. Remember that song? But again, I just got this. They just played in town on Saturday. I missed a show. My parents went, and they picked this up for me because I wanted to grab me a copy of this. But this came out a couple weeks ago. It's the Lot of Sea Lice record. And what they did here was really cool how they did this record. It actually opens up like a barn door kind of thing in the front. So it's got photos and like the information about the songs. And then the record's in the top sleeve like this. So it has an insert. This shows photo. This was recorded, I think, over the course of 2 years. They would send each other stuff and work on stuff, and they're touring together now doing this. And it's just black vinyl, so there's one of those cool sleeves on it. But my brother's been working for a few years now. But every single time they come to Massachusetts or Boston, I can't go. I know my mom and dad have gone. My brother has gone. But it's always some crap. Like I was away this past weekend, so I couldn't go. I'm really bummed. My brother might watch this video, so what's up, Anthony? But yeah, he works for, I like how they put Kurt Vile over Courtney over Kurt. He's from Philadelphia. Again, the word indie, I would say indie, it's singer-songwriter, self-release. It's really good stuff. If you guys are into music, I would say that you guys should dig this. On the back, this one on the back. the songs. There's a Belly cover on here. But it's Matador, Milk, Mom and Pop, and there's another label I can't make out. So there's a bunch of labels that I think this is kind of like a labor of love for both of them to put out. You know, just a project, and they got a bunch of people to back it. But it's really great stuff. The song Over Everything is amazing. I'll post a link so you guys can listen to it. I think this thing's available everywhere. Definitely check it out if you're into if you're into, you know, indie rock or just kind of like left of the dial rock, folk. Some people say folk rock. I hate putting labels on this kind of stuff because I know some people might just hear the word indie rock and immediately be like, But it's great. It's great stuff. All her records are great. I don't know much about Kurt, but after listening to him on here, I think I might check him out. But all her stuff's great. She's highly backed. What's up, Anthony? Maybe this will move some units. But they're on tour now. Say hi to Anthony if you see him, if you guys know who she is. You can't. He looks like me, but skinnier and shorter, probably wearing a hat. But that's the Kurt Vile, Courtney Barnett. A lot of Sea Lice record. I don't want to say split record. It's a very, like I said, it's a very interesting project because it's covers, new songs, reimagining of each other's songs with them covering the song but changing stuff. They trade off vocals in a lot of the songs. It's really cool, chill stuff. I really dig this record. So check it out. Yeah, store near you. Next, I have some 45s. First one I'm going to show you is on Bridge 9 Records. It just came out. It's the American War Machine 7-inch. This just came out this week. It came in the mail while I was away. It comes with this cool insert. It's like a death card with the lyrics on the back and just the information. These guys are a super group, I would say. It's on gray vinyl. I forget what the pressing is, but it's on gray vinyl. It's dudes from Slapshot, Blood for Blood, Intent to Injure, Agnostic Front. I believe one other band. It's just kind of like a project they've been working on for a while. It's very angry hardcore, not moshy. Some pretty fucking angry lyrics. Just came out last week. It's called the Prey Drive 7-inch. American War Machine. I'm looking forward to more stuff in the future by them. But it's on Bridge 9, easy to get. Order it. Enjoy it. Next I have the Red Death Deterrence EP. Now these guys are out of the DC area, and they're hardcore kids kind of playing like a thrash, which seems kind of like, if you like Power Trip and stuff like that, this is definitely of that ilk. So he's wearing a fucking awesome Out Cold shirt. What we got here? We got an Out Cold shirt, we got a Deicide shirt. Excuse me, but I've seen these guys a couple times and they're fucking awesome. This is just a little two-song ripper that they put out. Empty Shell and Deterrence. It's on Lockin' Out Records, which is out of Massachusetts. It's a cool Lockin' Out logo, I can't miss it. I saw this thing a bunch and didn't buy it because I'm a dink. And I just ordered it from Great Mistake when I should have got it a long time ago. But yeah, it's hard. I would say it's hardcore kids doing a crossover metal sound, breakdowns. Like in ilk, if you guys ever heard the band Power Trip, you dig Power Trip, there's no reason. You guys will dig that. I don't even need to sell it to you. You'll dig this. But that's Red Death. They have an LP out, I believe a couple of 7 inches other than this. This came out last summer. His eyeballs poked out right there. But yeah, it's Red Death. I have chicken nuggets in the oven. I can smell them, so they'll wrap up in a minute. Next time, I showed you the LP. Here's the 7-inch. This is the No Time 7-inch. This is the demo, which I believe came out in 2015 or maybe early 2016. They just pressed the demo on vinyl. It's on Oxblood vinyl. But that's No Time. I think it's 4 songs. Actually 6 songs, I'm an idiot. But yeah, 6 songs. Same, not recorded as well as the LP, to be honest with you. But same thing, though. Blitz influence, American hardcore influence hardcore. Fucking awesome stuff. I'm gonna pretend like I bought this when it came out. The next release I'll pre-order because it's just that fucking good. I can't. Out of all this, for your hardcore heads or your skinhead dudes or your UK82 guys, check out No Time. And then for everyone else, the second one will be the Courtney Barnett record. It's really good. I'm telling you guys. I'm selling you on it, but it's really good. It's really good. But this is a demo. They pressed on 7-inch. I don't have a copy of the tape. I'll try to find one. But it's got, it's like, again, no future ripoff for UP82 heads, no time logo. Skinhead guy's got the bracelet, wearing the shirt. Man, I'm congested today. So it says right here, recorded, this is 2013. Shit, maybe it came out longer than that. September 2013. No Time has no time for racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic bullshit. Fascist fucks get lost. So but I can't recommend this band enough, you guys. Grave Mistake has them. If I'm sure you might be able to get it right from 6. This is also on 6 Feet Under. I love how 6 Feet Under just doesn't put an address or anything either. It's just a logo. That's so cool. But I'm sure 6 Feet Under might have this. But this and the LP, I would say definitely go out and grab. But that's the No Time. It's the demo. The artwork's kind of not great, but I still think it's cool. It doesn't sound like what it looks. I can tell you that. So the next thing I wanted to show you, because I just finished it today, is my Riot, Agnostic Front, Grit, Guts, and Glory. Record's over, but we're almost done. So, which is the Roger Miret's autobiography, who's the singer of Agnostic Front. It's really cool. It's a hardcover. It's got like flyers and stickers in the front here. I believe it might be the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing in the back. But it's his autobiography. The only bummer thing is he's really heavy into the early 80s, into the early Agnostic Front, which is like a big chunk of the book. And then he goes to prison. I think it was 1989. So this. Let me put it this way. This right here is like him being born all Agnostic Front till 1990, and this is 1990 till now. So you can see. So if you guys are if you're into like early AF or New York hardcore or early hardcore in general, this is a book to get. There's some fucking stories in here, man. I'm not gonna tell them because I want you guys to buy it. There's stories about rabies in here. Some pretty stories. There's some stories about some guys in here that are in, famous. I don't want to say the word famous, but bands you would know if you're into punk and hardcore that might not reflect too great on them. But it talks about his life. He guy's married twice. He's got kids. He's got 3 kids. And the later record, the Epitaph talks about Epitaph in here, which I'll leave for you guys to read to learn about. But it's a really good book. Really easy read. It's not like you could probably fly through this thing pretty fast, which is cool. Because I didn't want a thing this big, with long big words that custodians like me don't understand. But there's like photos. There's glossy photos in the middle. Just like from people's personal collections and him, from live shot. Him getting the famous Agnostic Front chest tattoo in here. Right there. I'm getting the tattoo. And then throughout the book, randomly, there's photos that are just printed onto the pages. So you get the glossy photos in the middle, and you get random photos like here and there. But it's a really cool book. If you dig Agnostic Front, if you dig hardcore, it's very well written, very honestly written. It came out, I want to say, I think it was like in September. So I got it on Amazon. But, there's forwards by Al Barr and, of the Dropkick Murphys and Jamie Jossa of the Hate Breed, the hardest, most positive band of all time, who I'm seeing the day after Thanksgiving. What's up, Chris, if you watch this? What's up, Ken? It's my Hate Breed crew. But Lars Fredrickson writes about it, Scotty and Jerry Only. It's just a really cool read. If you dig punk and hardcore, I highly recommend it. That's my Riot. One thing that's funny, so on this cover, it's an old photo of him in front of CBGB's. And you can't tell, but the belt's kind of like wonky right here. And I noticed it. I was like looking at the cover. I'm like, man, that belt looks like kind of like some weird Photoshop. And then if you flip through this, when you get to the center here, this is just like me being a nerd. I know I'm kind of babbling on. It's because they edited the photo of Amy from who was his girlfriend who was in Nausea out. So they had to they edited her out. So they had to draw the belt. So it looks kind of cartoon. I don't mean that's about. It's just I'm a nerd, so that stuck out to me. But that's my Riot on Lesser Gods books. But it's available everywhere. Probably in a bookstore, too. I don't even know. So that's all I got for today. I have a bunch of stuff on the way. have a pretty big, expensive box set coming that I'm going to talk about, which was shipped yesterday. I'm nervous because I'm not going to be around tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be around tomorrow, but Friday, I'm staying at a friend's house Friday night, my wife and I, because we're going to see Kevin Seconds at the Triple X fanzine book release up at the Bridge 9, up at Bridge 9, like this thing right here. Again, if you guys haven't ordered this book, they threw a flyer in for that American War Machine 7-inch. But that Triple X book, check it out. It's fucking awesome. I can't wait to. That's shipped too. I should be getting that. I'm hoping I get that because I don't want to go away for a night and have all this stuff. So I got that coming. I got tons of records coming. I got some books coming. I got that big box set, which will probably be in my next video because I think I'll get it this week. So I'll talk about that. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. You have to wait and see. You have to tune in. But so that's it. I noticed I'm up over 100 subs now. I think I'm at 110 as of me filming this. So I am going to come up with a contest. You got to give me some time. Bring my next video. Let me weigh it out. I got a new receiver. So tell me if it sounds different, because it sounds different to me. It sounds better, like clearer. There's no like hissing and S's sharp and dropouts, which I was having a problem before with my old receiver because it was one of those CD tape units. I was really old as hell. So I'm bouncing all over the place there. But anyway, so like the contest will be coming up. Cool box set. Got some books coming in the mail. Got some pre-orders that are coming in the mail. So I have plenty of stuff coming up to show you. I have plenty of stuff in the collection. So thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. Sell short forever. Hardcore rules. Wrestling's awesome. Finn Balor. See you guys later.